Hi, my name is Vanessa Wagner. I work with Georgia Power Community and Economic Development.
And I'm McKenzie Paget. I am the Director of Business Development for the Golden Isles Development Authority here in Glenn County.
And we are sitting in historic Brunswick, Georgia in the Golden Isles. And Brunswick is still my home in Georgia, but really is the reason I'm in Georgia in the first place. I came down here to support the Development Authority and actually the role McKenzie used to have. And part of that role means going out to the community and educating them on the opportunities to work with industry, making sure that you're talking to educational partners about what in-demand careers are out there, and also just kind of let them know what economic development is. A lot of folks aren't familiar with our industry. And that's how I met McKenzie. I was presenting in your class during the pandemic, right?
You were, yes. So I am a graduate from the College of Coastal Georgia. It was my senior year. I think it was marketing. It was during the pandemic, so Vanessa came in via Teams and spoke about her job. She spoke about everything economic development within the community. I knew I was already interested in economic development, but she really sealed the deal for me. So it was shortly after that I requested to have an internship with the Chamber of Commerce here, the Brunswick Golden Isles Chamber of Commerce. And the rest is history. I fell in love with everything economic development. Was with the Chamber for 2 years. And then Vanessa moved on to bigger things. So her position opened up. I already knew the team with the Golden Isles Development Authority and applied, kept my fingers crossed for about 2 months. It's very stressful, and landed the job. And now I will never do anything else. This is where my heart is, so thank you.
You're welcome. I think, and I had only learned about this story recently from McKenzie, where we both sit on the advisory board for the Entrepreneurship Center here at the Lucas Entrepreneurship Center. And McKenzie was always like, oh my gosh, that's where I saw you first. That's why I wanted to do community work. And I think that's such a great story because in economic development, a lot of times you really never know the impact you're having. You might be able to report jobs created or capital investment, see the grand opening sign. But to know the individuals you're reaching and inspiring for change in the community, I mean, when you shared that to me, that was all the feels. That made me
teary-eyed. Yeah. It was a great moment. Yeah.
That's why we do what we do. We want to help our community, let them know about opportunities, and make sure that they're in the right place at the right time.
And increase the quality of life in the lives of others.
Yeah, I had never heard of Brunswick, Georgia until I found the position I applied for. And it just looked at, from 4 years ago when I moved to Georgia, this was a community that was right on the cusp of something special happening. And you've seen it. I mean, right down the main street, you don't see a lot of vacancies any longer. You're seeing beautiful facilities like we are here at H2O Creative Group. So you've got these creative classes coming in, you've got new markets. What are you seeing down here in Brunswick?
Restaurants, which we're really excited about. We've always had one staple, Tootsie McSway's. The owner, Susan, has been a tremendous mover and shaker in the downtown area and always been pro-development for downtown. We have 2 new restaurants. One is rooftop fine dining, and the other is an expansion, actually, from St. Simon's Island of us. Really Tex-Mex, fun place. Seeing that, Schroeder's Market is another one. So we're seeing grocery stores that really cater to farm to table. And we have a new makerspace downtown as well. So really exciting stuff to see downtown. We're really lucky to have investors come in who have the capital, who see the potential of downtown, invest in these structures, these buildings. And I love too that they're keeping the historic personalities of these buildings as well. So big things are happening. It's exciting to see. It's exciting to be a part of.
It certainly is. I mean, one thing about the Golden Isles is, well, it's been a well-known vacation destination for so many years. There's such a vibrant mix of industry off the islands. You also have the quality of life down here in historic Brunswick, the walkable community for Fridays, live music. So when I first moved here, I said there really is something for everyone in the Golden Isles, and I still believe that to be true.
Yeah.
And then even more things.
Yes. It's a really great place to help attract some of that workforce as well. So the prime age labor force of 25 to 55, they want that downtown feel. They want the mom and pops. They want a thriving entrepreneurial ecosystem. So being able to facilitate that, we're also helping drive this labor force to the area, which is really exciting. And this is all ripple effect, right? This is why I love economic development. So you make one small change and it just ripples throughout the community. It's incredible. It's incredible to see.
And if you are looking for a job in this area, you can go to keepflynnrunning.com, which aggregates all of the local job postings and puts them in one location, and it's really easy to find all of the available opportunities for local business.
Yep, Vanessa started it. She did not make it hard to continue to work. I've had to change very little, so thank you for that. But great tool to use to attract individuals to the area for great work opportunities.
You're at Georgia Power now, and you're here. How does your team build through Georgia Power?
So I think a really great example, at least the biggest one, would be her chairing now for the Lucas Center of Entrepreneurship. The Lucas Center has seen tremendous growth over the past year. Most of that is due to Andi Nokas, who is the president, founding president. And we worked alongside with her. She actually came to visit me a couple months ago and said, I need help. I'm too busy. I want to collaborate, Andi, with me to figure out how we can really build on the success she has already seen without her having to work 80 hours a week. So we came up with the idea for an advisory board. Immediately I thought of Vanessa because of her past experience in entrepreneurial ecosystems and strengthening those ecosystems, and then also her experience in marketing, which is something else Lucas Center needs. So being able to partner with Vanessa and Georgia Power and kind of tap into that resource as well has been tremendous. We actually have our strategic planning coming up this month, so we're very excited to work together there. And then other ways it's kind of a mix of friendship and professional relationship. Actually, a few minutes ago, we were talking about mentors and how important it is to have a mentor or be a mentor or both. And Vanessa has certainly been that for me. There have been times where I've needed to call and say, hey, you know the industry, you know the biz of economic development and how sometimes it can be a little stressful. So she's been a tremendous mentor to me as well. So
I'm gonna make you cry again.
Well, I want to add this too. Like economic development is such a weirdly unknown profession unless you find somebody or stumble across it. It's not something people always know about.
Right.
So I always think it's interesting to find out how people got into it, you know? And this is like a good example of just sort of the network of economic development. But once you're in it,
I'm a lifer.
I always make the joke, I'm like, oh, I went to marketing at Georgia Power because I want to just, maybe leave economic development, but we're stuck.
It's addicting.
It really is. I mean, because your product is the place you live and the place you call home, which hopefully you love. So what better opportunity than to sell what you love?
Yeah.
And make the places that you're calling home or your family's growing up better.
Yeah. And it's interesting, Heather, you mentioned that. I've met a lot of people over the past year and a half, and most of the professionals that I've met come from this random career and they fell into economic development. Like myself, I was originally in hospitality. I love to be of service, I think, which is another reason why I love economic development so much, because you do give a lot for your community. So yeah, it is interesting how you just kind of fall into it and then meet, mentors and people who kind of just share that same drive and that same ambition to help improve the quality of life of communities and individuals.
Yes, I'm very excited about being able to work with McKenzie and the community again in that advisory role at the Lucas Center. We really are at Georgia Power that phone a friend for anything they need, whether it's help with the RFI or we have a team of that. They do site plans, our engineering team. So the possibilities are almost endless. But that's what we're there to do. We're there to be that friend for our communities and ensure that they have the resources they need to wow the prospects and help other businesses call Georgia home.
And they do a very good job.
We welcome a lot more diverse voices and different backgrounds and experiences. So it's so important that when women or other diverse audiences are entering the field, that we welcome them and understand how important it is to have those speaking on behalf of their communities. I am your biggest cheerleader, McKenzie, and I am so proud that you are where you are today, and I look forward to many years with you. Thank you.